Alright, what's up, Twin Cities Oxygen? What's happening there today? We got a little Ultimate Frequency Championship Q&A session here. Uh, has been dope, and yeah, it could be rigged, but I figured I'd do a little Q&A today because some people were kind of misunderstanding the event. So I was over in the Discord, we were doing some back and forth, and yeah, some people had some misunderstandings. What's up, Rich Klobasa? What's happening? So I figured I'd come on here and explain it. For everybody who don't know, this is the Ultimate Frequency Championship is an event that's going to be a one-on-one musical competition, the same way as a wrestling match, a boxing match, anything will be set up. You will challenge somebody. If they accept the fight, you'll be put on the card, and we will do. You'll make a song. When I announce the card, then you got, I don't know, a month, 2 months, however much time I decide for you to make your song, and then you play your song against each other, and then in the live chat the people vote who's the winner, right? So you can also do anything you want. You can create character, you can do promos, you can do nothing and just chill and not say a word. You can play a heel, you can play a face. This is just a musical combat competition brought to you by the Synth Kumite. And yeah, that's how it's going to be set up. So already we've got a few things on the books here. Let me just see. We got Rob Hiller, but to break more fast. Yeah, go have a snack, my brother. Yeah, so we already got some fights lined up right here. Let me just pop this up. So already on the Ultimate Frequency Championship 1, we've got Synth Samurai, myself, and the Machines 1 are going to be headlining the event only because we were the first two to accept each other's challenge. We got Synth Punk going up head to head against Colt Does Beats. And we got Roid Droid Void going up against CJ Magic right now. And we got a couple other people like Apollo and Valid Core who want in on the card. I do believe that Apollo challenged Roid Droid, so we might switch up this. If someone comes in and can fill the void, they'll take on CJ Magic. Cause I think CJ Magic doesn't care who he fights. He just wants to fight anyone. So yeah, that's how it's going to be going down. What's up, Bloomsbury Pedals? We're just announcing a new event here now, my brother. Ultimate Frequency Championship. So far, the fight cards got 3 of the 7 fights filled. And basically, I wanted to open this up to a Q&A so everybody can kind of figure out what's going on. Because we were in the Discord and a couple people were confused. They thought you were going to have to trash other people's music. I mean, if you want to trash people's music, you can. That's all part of the event. If you want to cut a promo, if I want to cut a promo on Twin City Oxygens and say, man, your hair's nappy, your bass lines are flat, and your kick drum sounds like a chicken with his head cut off, then I can cut a promo like that in the build-up. So, for example, if there was a challenge that went out between Echo Craft and Vic Corftron, and Echo wanted to do a Moog Muse versus a Moog Muse style fight where they just use one instrument. That's the challenge Echo put out. And Echo, that would be like a gentlemanly fight. They go out and just muse, bang it together, no trash talk, no nothing. And that would just be a simple one-on-one, and then the live chat, after the 2 songs have played, will pick the winner. You don't have the trash talk. It's not like a forced thing. It's up to you. Like, I know we already got the event scheduled for UFC 2 already. People are getting on that card, and we got Twin City Oxygens and me. We're not going to be headlining it, but we'll be going one-on-one, and we'll be trash talking the crap out of each other just for fun, because the synth world gets boring. So we're trying to spice it up a little bit and have a bit of a laugh. And also, when you do these kind of little events, it kind of kills your ego a bit. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes the guy who might not have the best track wins. Sometimes the guy who has the best track wins. Sometimes the guy who cuts the best promos gains the favor of the live chat. Things like that. So that's how it goes down. That's how we got it worked out right now. But yeah, here's the lineup for the first card, and it's going to be me versus Machines 1, Synth Punk, Colt Does Beats, and Roy Droid versus CJ Music. And I got 4 other fights to be announced. We're just waiting for those to line up. Once I get these fights made and lined up, we will be announcing a date. And then you'll have that date a month or 2 to prepare your track for battle with the other person. Already got offers for sponsors to come in. Already got people saying they want to get involved in the event. They think it's one of the most revolutionary musical competitions idea out there. It's based on WWE. It's based on the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The title is just an ode to them because it's my favorite sport, and and it's all about having a laugh and having a fun, which is a tribute to Big Uncle Jerry, the Frog Lord, who passed away. God rest his soul. Who said it's all about having fun. So some of us, this is how we like to have fun, you know, and it's something to fill some void between your music making ability. And guess what? You might get a track out of it you like. You might just have a laugh. The whole track might be a diss track. Do you know what I mean? So already overwhelming enthusiasm, overwhelming support, overwhelming excitement for this event already, and we haven't even finalized the first fight card, the first battle card, but we got 3 absolute killer fights. I mean, me versus the Machines 1 is going to be crazy. We've already agreed to smoke each other in the promos and cut some promo vids. Like I said, that's not mandatory. It's up to you, Echo Craft and Vic Corftron. We're going to have a gentlemanly fight where they just go out smack for smack with their instruments. No smack talk needed, right? It's all different. I mean, if you're not a fan of WWE and the UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, and MMA and on combat sports, then you really don't get it, and this is probably not for you, and it's probably not a competition you want to get involved in, but I bet you, guaranteed, it's something you'll tune into and you'll absolutely love it and enjoy it. So, like I said, man, we got overwhelming enthusiasm at the minute. Phone was ringing off the hook yesterday for some people saying, hey, how do I get involved in this? I like this idea. I think this is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. I don't think anything has been done like this in the music community, and especially not in the synthesizer community, which takes everything oh so serious. So, I mean, I'm already pumped up, and I already know the event is going to be an absolute smoke show. It's going to be historic. It's going to give a platform for musicians to get out there in a whole different environment and get their name and their track out there, build a persona, build a character. And the whole idea behind this later is to have a ranking system, you know, where you got people going up the ranks, going head to head for some fun. Like I said, what are you going to want to win a Grammy or something? Go hang out in a music studio somewhere and make your albums and do your thing. This is all about the bros hanging out, having a good time, making music, having a laugh, and competing with each other in unorthodox ways. And that's why the first ever Ultimate Frequency Championship is being brought to you by the Synth Kumite, which is the absolute revolutionary and legendary event that we've already had 2 in the books. It's a yearly event where people go head to head for 8 weeks, 8 tracks, and then the theme of the event changes every year. Last year it was brotherhood, this year it was willpower, next year is mind, body, and soul. So that's how it works. So yeah, so if you guys got any questions, let me know. But this is let's throw up the lineup again here. This is the lineup for the first one. And I had the Kumite closed. The Kumite was closed for invite-only members. This here, I'm actually thinking about opening it up, and if people want to do it, they're going to be, because a lot of people are interested in it, and a lot of people who are interested in the Kumite aren't interested in it because it's not their style. They don't want to compete in a one-on-one event. I don't know, they're just not interested, or they don't want their ego to take a shot by taking a loss against someone, you know, they might feel like is not better than them. They might not want to put themselves out there in this style of competition, so it's all good. So this is just a different thing for a different group of people, and there's crossover. Some people in the Kumite will compete in this event, and then others from the outside, like we got Roy Droid Void, CJ Magic, and Colt Does Beats. I call Colt Does Beats Colt 45. I think that's a good name. So also, anybody competing in this, if you want to pick a different name for your character, that's cool. You can do that as well, and you can build your character up, do your own thing. I like Colt 45, but Colt Does Beats is cool too. And CJ Magic is cool, and Roy Droid. So we got 3 newcomers already into the fold who love the idea of this thing, and I think it's amazing. So there's going to be a lot of crap talking, but it's all, you got to remember, it's all kayfabe. If you don't know what kayfabe is, go to Google right now and look it up, and it's a term used in the wrestling and combat community that means you stay in character and you don't break character. So I'm going to be in the character of Synth McMahon, or Dana Neon White, right? I'll be in that character for basically from today till this event takes place. So you're going to see me in full-on ruthless promoter character, and that's how I'm going to be playing for the next few months anyways, as the ruthless promoter of the Ultimate Frequency Championship. um, like I said, the most innovative and creative musical competition to date, and the Kumite held that title a little while ago, but now the most innovative, creative, and exciting musical competition right now, bar none, is the Ultimate Frequency Championship. It's going to be full of absolute legends. There's going to be a whole universe built around it, with characters being built up, promos being cut, interviews if you want them. You don't have to do them. You can have factions, right? We got the Maple Syrup Mafia faction, which I just disconnected from. I left the Maple Syrup Mafia faction. I don't want nothing to do with the Maple Syrup Mafia anymore when it comes to competition. They abandoned their brother. They abandoned me and left me out there hanging dry when I thought this event was going to be Maple Syrup Mafia versus another faction, and they left me out to dry. So at the moment right now, we only got... so I'm on my own. I'm gone lone wolf, right? I'm gone lone wolf. And don't forget, you got country versus country. You got the Canadians versus the Americans versus the Europeans versus it all, you know? So, Hard Sync Foundation. You got lots of things. Demolition. You can make up your own names for Mean Gene Samurai. You got it all. So like I said, I'm in Ruthless Promoter character. So you're going to see a little different side of Synth Samurai now, because now I'm Synth McMahon. I'm going full on to promote this event. I'm going full on to promote the fighters in this event. And if you get in my way, you're getting smacked down. And that's just the way it is, because we're running over it. This is a competition like no other. And it's must-see TV. This is getting so huge at the moment, I might have to throw this up for a pay-per-view. Is how big this is getting right now. I might have to put this behind a pay-per-view or something, because, like I said, my phone's been ringing off the hook with people wanting to get involved in it, people wanting to get behind it, people wanting to compete in it, but I also got to allow the Synth Renegade community to have first dibs on the fights, which I am doing, and even more than that, I got to allow the Kumite Legends to have first dibs on the fight. But as you can see, Colt Does Beats, Roy Droid Void, CJ Magic, they're all out competing. They're three newcomers to the league, and I think it's absolutely fantastic to see three young bucks stepping up and get involved in this type of competition, because I'm telling you, you don't want to be left at a UFC 1. You don't want to be left at the Ultimate Frequency Championship 1. This is going to be one of the most historic events and musical competitions of all time. And we already got some legends that ain't even on this card yet, right? So right now I got it scheduled for 7 fights, but I might have to end up making it a 10, 12 fight card. I don't know. I figured this was a good number to start. And I also threw out the bottom lane. The prelims out there is just the members of the Synth Renegade can throw in a track just for fun to play in the prelims before we get up to the main card. And right now the main card is 7 fights. Space Capsule, you got a little bit of interest? Yeah, you know the deal. Challenge someone. If they accept, you go for it. Harmonic Sonics, I don't think he's put a challenge out to anyone yet. Space Capsule hasn't done a challenge. Echo Craft did a challenge. He got declined. Hans Volt put out a challenge. He got declined. And some other people were waiting now. Valid Core has a challenge out there. He'll take on any No, he challenged Unfaithful Journey. So we'll see what happens there. I know it's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a crazy event, and like I said, we might even have announcers coming in to announce the show in real time, like, oh, he just dropped the bass line, as the music's playing, right? So if you're one of those people that doesn't want an interruption during your track, this maybe ain't for you, right? And like I said, we're gonna have someone come into an interview style one-on-one with me and Machines One, where we're gonna cut promos and talk smack to each other in the build-up, because we want to make it exciting. So we're melding the world of combat sports with combat music. Nobody's ever done combat music. The music community's always been about community and not competing with each other and all that kind of stuff, but that's fine. I think competition is healthy, and especially when you have competition in a fun environment like this, in a fun setup like this, in an absolute legendary format like this. I think it's just fantastic, and you're only going to see the best of the best here, and yeah, in UFC 2, Ultra Frequency Championship 2, we're going to have tag team matches. All right, we might have triple threats. We're going to probably end up doing something like a Survivor Series or a SummerSlam where we have team factions going against each other, 4-on-4, things like that. So there's lots of good things to come. There's lots of good ideas, but the main thing is now we're going to get Ultimate Frequency Championship 1 in the books, put down in history, again, as the most historic musical competition of all time, but even better, it's called combat music, okay? It's called combat music. That's what we're creating here. Events that are based around combat, musical combat, okay? Frequencies versus sonics, all right? Sound waves versus LFOs. You bring your best. You can make a diss track if you want. It's no holds barred here. No holds barred. So, yeah. So yeah, John BEDM will have some tag teams too, yeah. Harmonic Sonics, see the Discord. I have threads made up called UFC. You go in there and you post your challenge, tag who you want to fight, and if they accept, they accept. Like I said, there's already Apollo and Valid Core are in there, and they are looking for fights, and I know that CJ Music has got a fight book with Roy Droid Void, but I know Roy Droid Void actually wants a piece of Apollo. He told me he wants to rough Apollo right up. So if we can get Harmonic Sonics, if you want to slot in right now, I can throw you up against CJ Magic right now. If you want to go one-on-one with CJ Magic, let me know right now. Live chat, we'll book the fight right now. So Harmonic Sonics, let me know. Do you want to go against CJ Magic right now? I'll book the fight right now. I'll book the fight right now. I'll just wait for you to respond. And then I'll move Apollo over versus Roy Droid Void. So, yeah, filter turnbuckles. You know what I mean? Electronic chairs. You be coming with the works. I think it's going to be the most entertaining piece of synth content in the build up to it, because I'm going to have a couple months to build this up, to play the promos, do the Synth ESPN, break down the fighters, break down their styles, check out their YouTube channels, check out what they're doing. All right? CJ Music. Yeah, CJ Music is down. Harmonic Sonics. If you want that fight booked right now, I'll book it right now and switch this in real time. You just let me know. Also, if you got a friend who wants to be your advocate, like Conductive just said, and speak on your behalf and promo you, you can do it. How long are the This is a one-off, bro. This is Harmonic Sonics. It's a one-off, one-night event. So you just make a song. You're going to have a couple months to make the song, not like we did with the Kumite. I'll announce the event, give you a couple months to make your track, 5-minute max time, and then you'll just go one-on-one, and then there's live voting in the... All right, you know what? I'm going to book that. I'm going to change this up right now, Harmonic Sonics, into real time. So we're going to switch this up. We got another fight booked here. Hold on, let me do this real time. And then I'll re-download the screen thing and put it back up. All right, man. Sweet. All right, here we go. I'm going to add, CJ Magic. I'm changing the fights in real time now here. You can't see it, but I'm going to show you in real time. So we got CJ Magic versus Harmonic Sonics now. Sweet. And then I'm going to take a fight out and I got to put another one in. Then we've got, hold on, we got Apollo versus Roy Droid Void, man. We got the fights we're making fights in real time here. Versus Roy Droid Void. I'm just going to re-download this and repost it. So we got fight 4 is now in the books. Boom. There we go. I'm going to move this one down. Actually, I'm going to take this one out, to be honest with you. Hold on. I'm going to keep it to 6 for now because there's no point to put more fights on it than we need. And I'll just update this in real time with the new fight made. Here we go. Perfect. All right, let me re-download this. Sweet. This is page 4. All right, fight card up. We just got another fight booked in real time. This is absolutely extraordinary. I'm going to re-download this and re-throw it up on the screen and get rid of this one. Hold on. Perfect. New fight booked real time. Let me get rid of this one. Move. Yes. Throw in the new fight card. Updated. There we go. Updated real time. We just booked a fight in real time. Fight card's filling up. There's only 2 more fights left for your chance to be a part of this historic event. There we go. Fight card's updated in real time, baby. Let me get the chat back up so I can see what's going on. Alright, there we go. It's set. We got Apollo versus Roy Droid Void. We got Harmonic Sonics in there against CJ Magic. Alright, we got 2 fights left to book. Like I said, man, some of the legends are going to get left out of the most historic event of all time. That's crazy. I mean, we got 3 newcomers coming right off the street, calling people out. We had Colt Does Beats called out Synthpunk in real time in the comments section. Synthpunk said, "I'll take on all comers. Who wants a piece?" Colt Does Beats comes into the club and says, "I want a piece of your you-know-what." Colt Does Beats versus Synthpunk is going to be absolutely legendary. Colt Does Beats is I think he's one of the greatest musicians on YouTube, if you ask me. He's got an awesome channel, and I love his music. Synthpunk is a legend. That's why he's co-main eventing the show. Okay? Fantastic, man. Apollo versus RVD is heavy. I should just change it to RDV, right? Is it Roy Droid or Void Void? I gotta figure that out. Oh yeah, Roy Droid. I got it right. Yeah, RVD. So who else we got? I mean, we got 2 fights left. I can make more fights if the card goes, but right now I'm only booking 6, so I might book my sales. Where's the microphone? Let me see what else we're saying. But I'll never be ready. No time like the present. Exactly, Banana Rider. So we're going to have Juice. Is Juice calling anybody out? Let me see. Juice, did he call someone out? Banana Rider. Big Rich Kielbasa, I challenge you. Rich Kielbasa doesn't accept. Roy Droid Void got to fight. I mean, boys, you got to look at the fight cards up there. You can't. You see the fights are booked. You can't challenge somebody who's already booked for a fight, right? Space Capsule's taking off the jacket. Who's up for a beatdown? All right, Space Capsule wants a piece. We'll book another fight in real time right here, right now. Space Capsules wants a fight right here, right now. Get in line, bang, bang. Yeah. Synthpunk's a tough competitor. Like I said, this event is going to be historic. I know it. I already know it is, because like my gut instinct said do it, and the amount of feedback I've got so far. So when you get feedback that's both negative and positive, that's when you know you're right on the money. Okay, that's when you're hitting it right on the nerve, because when people are like, I had a bunch of people say, you can't do a musical competition where you make people fight against each other and you cut promos and that's just mean, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? You're about to see it happen, because there's a bunch of people out there who are into this kind of competition and like this. So this is next level. Tactical MIDI. Let's go, Space Cap. All right, hold on. Space Cap's taking off the jacket. Tactical MIDI, did you put out a challenge? Let me see. Tactical. I gotta scroll back here. Tactical MIDI. Tactical MIDI. Let's go. Let's go, Space Cap. All right, Banana Rider's challenging Space Cap by the looks of it. All right, I gotta update it in real time. And then Tactical MIDI. Who does he want a piece of? Who else threw out the challenge? All right, in the chat, put down your challenge if you want it. CJ, let's see what kind of magic you got. Nice. All right, we got the smack talk going already. Harmonic Sonics is already talking smack. All right, I got to update the event again already. We're getting another fight booked here in real time. We've got... All right, hold on. I got to book this fight in real time, too. Just let me get this fight updated in real time. Get this updated. Hold up. We got I think this is what we got. I'm going Space Capsule versus Juice, which aka Banana. right, let me get this updated here. All right, re-download this. Hold on. I gotta update the card again in real time. See, I told you the excitement around this event. There's no musical event on the internet right now that has this much enthusiasm and excitement right off the drop. All right, I gotta update this in real time. Hold on. I gotta delete this. Get my new card update in here. Here we go. Card has been updated. All right, let me get the chat pulled back up. Smack Talk's off the hook. All right, so we got Space Capsule versus Juice. It's set. We got Apollo versus Roy Droid. Yep, Space Capsule, you're booked. You're booked. Tactical MIDI, I got something for you, Space Capsule. Too bad, Tactical. You got to challenge someone else. That fight's been booked now, baby. It's Space Capsule versus Juice. But Tactical MIDI, you got to call someone out, man. You got to call someone out. Who are you going to call out? Does anyone else in the chat want a piece? Tactical MIDI? I don't think you want a piece of Tactical MIDI. Tactical MIDI is one of the most talented musicians out there by far. Prolific YouTuber, amazing live streams. So Tactical MIDI's up. All right, sweet, man. The fight card's picking up. Look at the fight card is stacked. The fight card is stacked. Absolutely stacked so far. All right, Tactical MIDI. Tactical MIDI needs an opponent. I know that Valid Core is looking. I know we're still waiting. Final, I think Echo Craft and Vic Korftron are in negotiations behind the scenes with their management to go Muse versus Muse. So they got a couple stipulations in there. So they're talking to their management right now to see if they're going to allow them to go Muse versus Muse. And that's exciting. And I know Valid Core wants some too. So Tactical MIDI, go into the Discord, go into the UFC thread, and tag Valid Core and tell him you want a piece, and then we'll add you to the card. I think this card is going to end up being more than... if Valid Core changed Unfaithful Journey, then he's ready for a fight. That's right. Valid Core went for Unfaithful. Unfaithful Journey's super busy these days, not super active, so I don't even know if he'll see it. So Tactical MIDI, get in the Discord and throw your challenge out to Valid Core. If he accepts, you are involved in the historic Ultimate Frequency Championship 1, and aptly named bragging rights. This one is just for straight up bragging rights, mano y mano. And I think we're going to have some amazing build-ups for this. I can't imagine Tactical MIDI and Valid Core one-on-one. And like I said, it's how you want to promote your fights, up to you. All you got to do is message me and be like, I want to come on the show and call out my opponent. You come on the show, we're going to do it up. We'll do an interview. You can talk smack. Also, I'm gonna be highlighting everybody's channels who got a YouTube channel or their band camps or whatever. We'll be listening to them, breaking it down, doing some analysis, and then also me and Machines are gonna lead the way for a one-on-one interview. You know, maybe someone like I don't know. We'll get someone to host it. We'll see what happens. Anyways, it's all building up. This is a runaway train now. It's getting the train is just pumping now. So if you ain't at the train station, you're going to get left in the tracks, because once this thing starts moving, it's moving. Yeah, Banana Rider, you can tap. Yeah, you can tap, because guess what? In wrestling, you know, you got Libby on your side, dude. That's like Macho Man and Elizabeth. Do you know what I mean? We got Banana Rider and Libby, dude. So it's on. Tactical MIDI, I'm ready for anyone. I got a feeling it's going to be Tactical MIDI versus Valid Core is what I think it's going to be. So yeah, Tactical, get over in the Discord and call someone out. But right now, look at the fight card so far. Synth Samurai versus the Machines 1. Synth Punk versus Colt Does Beats. Harmonic Sonics versus CJ Magic. Apollo versus Roy Droid Void. Space Capsule versus Juice, aka Banana Rider. I mean, all the names are just made for TV names. Central casting. All the characters are central casting. All the characters got huge personalities. They're all amazing musicians. And like I said, this is going to be one of the greatest musical competitions of all time. And we're labeling this genre now within this scene. It's called combat music. That's what we're labeling it now. combat music. That's right, baby. Yeah, so I'm hoping Echo Craft and Vic Korftron get on the card. We'll see what happens. There's been some other call outs that we got to see what happens too. But as of right now, we've got a full card to go right here now. So everything else that comes on is just a major bonus. And I like the idea of Echo Craft came up with it. This is a themed event, you know, like a chairs and ladders match. Echo's calling for the Muse match, right? Master of the Muse match. That's cool to me too. I think that's absolutely awesome. So yeah, super cool, super cool. Any other questions, or I'm gonna dart now, go get some dinner. Might have to tap the vocals. Yeah, you guys gotta do your own thing. But yeah, that's the event. That's the breakdown. I guess I'll just sum it up right now what exactly it is so you got an idea. It's a one night combat music championship where you will be given a date of the event, and from the date that you're given until the day of the event, that's how much time you got to make your track. You'll be competing one-on-one against your opponent, and then the live chat in real time. Once the two songs are played in live time, you will be declared the winner or the loser of that particular match. And then you can also jump on another card. We'll build up your records. We'll have a whole roster of fighters, Sonic fighters, a roster, records being built, and then eventually it'll build up to a champion. That's how it's going to work. But we all got to start somewhere, and this is where we're starting. And also the beautiful thing about this event, you also have the option to build your character, to have a good time, to talk smack if you want. You don't have to, and you can cut promos and all this stuff. So I think it's going to be a super fun event. And right now we got a full main card right here, but the main card will get expanded. And the prelims of this fight will be everybody in the Kumite can put in a track, new or old, whatever you want, just to lay the foundation to lead up to the main card of the event. So I think that's amazing. Like I said, the support off the bat and the enthusiasm is off the charts. It's overwhelming. There's people contacting me daily wanting to get involved in this, so I got to be very wise about who I choose and who I want representing this event, whether it's a sponsor, partner, anything like that. So I'm working on that behind the scenes, and it's going to be a fantastic, one-of-a-kind event, and I know you're all going to love it. And more than anything, the people involved, we're just going to have a really good time. So that's it. I'll see you in the Sonic-a-gon. Is that what we'll call it? What should we call the battle ring? The Sonic-gon? We'll see you in the Sonic-gon. Or the Electric Ring, or something like that. You guys come up with some names. We'll think about it. Yeah, Tactical MIDI, get over in the Discord, man. Start calling some people out. All right, that's it for the show today. I got to roll. You guys have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Easter. And we'll be talking soon. Slew diddly do. Octavon. I like it. Octavon. Loonsberry Petals, you're a genius. See you in the Octavon. Octave gone. See you in the Octave gone. I like it. Perfect. See you in the Octave gone. I love it. Loonsberry Petals, you the man, bro. Take it easy.